Market conditions remaining bullish in this bull market, sitting at a bull market rank of 26.95, pushing 27 here. This has never been this high. Honestly, it's as high as this has been in a long, long time. In terms of momentum, that is, we're certainly at the top of the range right here. We are seeing a few little hiccups in terms of breadth. We're seeing momentum still holding nicely in this bullish zone, and we're seeing breadth sliding back this direction now, kind of in this stuck trending location. We'll look at buy-sell ratio here as well. We are seeing the sentiment pushing a little bit higher right here as well, but let's jump over to the buy-sell ratio. We're seeing it weaken, pushing back towards 1.13 as green and red are coming back together again. And we'll watch to see if we're getting a breadth crossover right here where we get more sells than buys in the database. That's certainly starting to happen here with this topping location on S&P 500. Let's look at the S&P 500 chart. We're seeing pretty tight consolidation range still, that 479, 586 range. We've got support all the way back down here around that 573 area, and then the deeper retracement area is going to be that 565 area. All of this still, the market would still be in upward momentum, even with retracements back to those areas. But the upper end of this range, we're really starting to get to see some internal selling in terms of some of the number of stocks that are turning over in that buy-sell ratio. Let's jump over and look at bonds quickly here. We've been talking about that, seeing if we get any kind of a bounce here in TLT, continuing to see weakness in that. We saw yesterday or 2 days ago a bit of a deeper retracement back to that 618 retracement. Yesterday's market activity still holding that level, as well as SHY, which is continuing to show some weakness here as well. That's got a support area right around that 82 area. We'll see if it continues to hold that area or if we slide down into that 50% zone on SHY. You can, again, watch some of the other longer updates, the Tuesday, Thursday updates, to get a little bit more insight on what's happening here in the bond market. Let's jump over to sectors, and we've got a little bit of color shifting here in the shorter term trends, seeing some weakness in some of these leading indicators, industrials, and we're getting a couple more in hold. So we're starting to see, again, seeing that internal shift in breadth starting to show up in sectors as well. Continuing to see silver, a massive run here in silver, and gold is continuing its historic run, also making another new all-time high as of yesterday, but up in this extreme range. Wouldn't be surprised to see some kind of a pullback in GLD here at these levels. Also seeing a bounce in USO off of those oversold areas around 71. We'll see if it can bump back into that momentum location. Taking a look at some of the names in the muscle stock group today, ASTS Space Mobile, which has been flirting with this new uptrend right here. Keep an eye on that. That definitely, once we turn that corner and break this support and start to get that momentum, could see some legs. It's got a lot of backing behind it, a lot of eyeballs on it right now for sure. The second one in the list here, RZLT, nice confirmation bar as it's attempting to break out as well. 1 million shares on average, also getting some attention. Looking a little bit deeper, keep an eye on some of these names we're seeing. You've got Qualcomm in there. It was also, what was the one I was focusing on? Aurora Cannabis. Starting to see some of those cannabis names. Big 10% pop off of pretty deeply oversold conditions. And but sometimes these stocks, they start to wake up again. These are some of the early signs of that. A couple ideas for you to consider today. And that'll do it for today's update. Everyone have a fantastic day today.